How's it going, people? Welcome to Saturday Cerael with me, Matt. How you doing? You all right there? Without further ado, let me bring in my my co-host, the wonderful Stephen. Deleted scenes. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hold on a second. I've got to distract the buddy first. No, he's realised we're on camera. Yeah, where are you? Take dog biscuits for all good for you. There we go. Right. Yes, I'm good. Thank you very much, Steve. I'm good. Sorry, I was running a little bit late this morning. But otherwise,
no worries.
I'm good. I'm all good though.
We need our coffee.
Well, this is it. Like, the coffee machine couldn't make coffee quick enough for me, basically. So it was but I got it in the end. So there we go. I'm happy. I'm happy. I've got a coffee at least. So yeah. How are you then, sir? Because I know that you have some important things that you'd like to talk about at the start of the show. Anyway, so
yes, I do, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to start the show on a bit of a sad note. We lost a member of the fellowship this week.
Oh.
We lost JJ on very suddenly on Monday. He was also known in some circles as Sith Lord. And I was on a live stream with him just a week before he passed. And he was a great guy. He was very encouraging to everyone here on YouTube. And especially to me. And when I first met him, he treated me like we had been friends for 10 years. And I wish I knew him better, and I'm really going to miss him. And I know the people that he supported here on YouTube. He had a lot of friends here. And yeah, I'm kind of at a loss because it was so sudden. And so, guys, this show's going to be for JJ. We're going to drink one for him today. So, JJ, wherever you are, thanks, man. We're going to miss you.
Okay. This one's for you, dude.
This one's for you, man.
Rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace.
Indeed.
All right. Well, there we go. There we go. So, yes, today is a special show of dedication. So today we're going to make it a good one, a really good one in memory of JJ. So there we go. Definitely. And our love and thoughts are with his family is this time as well. Like, so, yes. There we go. Right. Okay, then. Let's bring this mood up now, then, shall we? Let's bring the mood up. Okay.
Indeed.
So, should we say hello to some of the people in the chat? Well, the one person in the chat, actually. Who is Mr. Connors. How are you doing? Midnight Set After Dark. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. And what's this all about? This is Saturday Cerael. This is the show where basically we go onto Google, and then type in movie news, and then we hit the filter for the past week, and then we just shoot the shit on what's happened over the last week. That's it, bro. That's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy our format and how me and Stephen just randomly talk randomness about movies. You know, this is the way it goes.
And if there's anything I'm good at, it's random. So
yeah, bro. we do random well on
we are here. Random. All right.
That's it. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get some randomness going on here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
There we go. That was random. Oh yeah, I created this one, yeah, because of Julie, my girlfriend, my lovely Julie, yeah. She's got a cat called Pepe, and she sent me a video, and so I was like, you know what, I've got to meme this thing for the show. So here it is. You ready?
Pepe, what the fuck are you doing?
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, we're keeping that.
It's a good one, that is. So that's my new what the fuck thing. So if ever we come across an article which is all about like what the fuck, it's just okay.
Pepe, what the fuck are you doing?
So yeah, there we go. It's the look on the cat's face as well.
And with the stories we cover, I think we're going to be using that one a lot.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I like it a lot.
There we go. See, I don't use these things enough. I need to start using them more. Right. Okie dokie. Right then. What have I had happening this week? What have I happening? Oh God, yes, I have had things happening this week. For like, I know last Saturday I said like, oh, I'm not going to be doing much like or anything like that. Like, but I actually did end up doing things that I completely forgot I had to do. I started doing my Christmas dad jokes. Woo! Yeah, I totally forgot to mention that last week. I don't know why it slipped my mind. But yeah, I'm doing obviously every year, well, for the past 2 years anyway, well, 3 years, including this year now, I've done an advent calendar extravaganza. And past 2 have been Lego, like advent calendars. Lego Star Wars, more specifically. But obviously, because of saving pennies to go to America to see Julie, obviously, I'm not going to go buying expensive advent calendars and stuff like that to do on the channel. So, so I bought my Christmas sacco shite. Yeah, loaded it full of dad jokes, and then decided to, randomly pull out a dad joke each day for 25 days. I've even included Christmas Day. I've done one for Christmas Day as well. So as if people have got 5 minutes on Christmas Day and they're bored. There you go. You can listen to a terrible joke and then hear my final thoughts of the year. But yeah, so that's all been uploaded daily. Like today's went up, actually. It went up today, yeah. Yes, did it go up today? Please tell me it went up today. Hold on, let me see if I can bring it up, because today's joke, I haven't even seen today's joke. I don't know. see, that's the thing, people. I'll let you know a little secret. Here we go. Little secret being that Matt actually does not do his things every day, because I'm not that brave. Instead, I do. Where are we? There we go. Bring this up. I previously.
As you can see, this is part of my foolproof plan to take over the show. Matt is paused, and
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What happened there, man?
I don't know. That was an internet problem. That was my internet just went down. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's hope and pray that my internet doesn't completely die during this show. If it does, Stephen, just yeah, mate, roll with it.
Okay.
All right. And I swear to God, Richard Branson, if my internet goes down today, I'm coming for your ass. I swear to God, and you will not be a virgin after I violently insert a baseball bat in it. Right. Anyway, so yes. All right. Anyway, that's my message to the billionaire Richard Branson. I don't care, Richard Branson. You have enough money to take my insults. Okay. So.
Well, there goes to Richard Branson booking. And I had that all tied up, and you had to go and ruin it in the last second.
I know. Right. Sorry, I went all punk rock on it then for a moment. Like I was going a bit like "fuck you, Richard Branson." Okay, right. Sorry, it's morning time. Coffee, more coffee needed. Right. Okay, so let's lighten the mood with a dad joke. Right. Here we go. So I've got it. I've got it lined up. Look, there I am. I hope I put the sound on it, but I don't know if I did. We'll find out though, won't we? Because it started playing. Oh God. There we go. Let's make it big. Okay, ready? Here we go. All right, here's today's Christmas dad joke. How's it going, people? Welcome to day number 4 of my Christmas dad joke extravaganza. I love my Christmas music thing. Yeah, because I'm not doing advent calendar this year. So I'm saving me pennies for America. So I've got the sacco shite back. Yep, the sacco shite has returned, and I am doing Christmas dad jokes instead. One a day up until Christmas, and I'll have one on Christmas Day as well. So yeah, it'll be It'll come out. It'll be scheduled. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Yeah. So anyway, right. So reaching to the Sacco shite, where there is a load of dad jokes now, which is getting smaller and smaller, and we pull out one. Okay. Right. I'm not joking. There are like loads in here. They're just random. They are random. I promise you. Okay. Here we go. So, what is today's dad joke? Right. How does Santa practice safe sex? He always wraps his package before shoving it down the chimney. Cool. That was a little bit of a raunchy one today, wasn't it? There we go. Okay, then. I'm sorry, people. I hope you're all feeling good and enjoying the holiday season so far. I know we're only just starting, but hey, let's get pumped and excited because we're going to say goodbye to this second dumpster fire of a year. Yeah! All right, people. Peace and love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Okay, that's enough of that. So, yeah, Christmas dad jokes, you know. That's what it's all about, having fun with the Christmas dad jokes. And yes, Tom, I did see that. I've only just seen... I've been neglecting the chat. Hi, sorry, Tom. Yes, Rutro. But he has seen Snackage. Yes, he was staring intently. Yes, he was indeed. So here we go, buddy. Because everybody loves you. Well, take it. There we go.
Buddy has been secretly plotting along with me to take over the broadcast, and I had him shut off the internet earlier. So, you caught us, and I'm sorry, boss, and I'm contrite, and I do solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Well, that's okay then. As long as you know, as long as we know what's going on. Right. I better bring back that screen now that I got rid of just so I could do that. Oops. Okay. So yes, people, I've got Christmas dad jokes all up until Christmas Day. So that's what I've got going on the channel throughout the week. So yeah, if you wanna not laugh, then tune into that. Because they're terrible. They are terrible. They're always terrible. My jokes are. So yeah, I've actually got it. I've got it lined up. Woo! Right. So should we get into shooting the shit, shall we?
Indeed.
Okay then. Right then. Let's have a look at what randomness has movie news got on Google for us this week. Right. There we go. So obviously, I'll give you the formats again quickly. So what happens on Saturday Serial is we go onto Google, we type in movie news, we hit the filter for the past week, and then we hit refresh, and this is what we get. So let me just refresh it just on the spot, just so we've got a true refresh on camera. There we go. So let's have a look at the front page of Google's movie news, shall we? Right then. So this week, top story. Obviously, yeah. Okay. So I'll just say this up the top. Yes, I live in England, so there are English news stories in here because apparently google.com is the same as google.co.uk these days. So okay, right then, so top story this week is Swansea, which is a town in Wales, a small country on the side of England, which is part of the United Kingdom, of course. We love you, Wales. Anyway, so Cinema and Co's £53,000 COVID grants to be reviewed. Okay, yeah, so the government have been handing out grants in the UK, like, you know, to like help with small businesses and things like that. Like, so, okay, yep, because we all know the coof is just this is the world we live in now, people. So right, okay, right then. So December 4th, female first who saved the day last week. They did come to our rescue last week.
Yes, they did.
So we might very well be doing that then because they've got stuff about the Spider-Verse too, apparently. There. Ooh. So we'll see if our friend Greg Dean Schmidt has failed us again this week on Rotten Tomatoes. With his movie news. But yeah, it's like, actually, I'm actually quite concerned about Greg, you know, for there not to be any weekly catch-up last week. I'm concerned for Greg. Like, okay, then, so Al Jazeera news. Okay, right then. So Alec Baldwin says not responsible for the fatal movie set shooting. Okay, yeah, for the accident that happened on Rust, which is something I still feel is a bit, yeah, you know, do we really need to talk about that? No, I don't think so. Okay, Sky News. Right, backstage with, so Little Mix's Leanne Pinnock on hardest thing she's ever done. her film debut in Boxing Day. Okay, yeah, you guys don't have Boxing Day in America, do you? So, Boxing Day
We do not.
is the day after Christmas Day, basically, in England. Yeah, it's another holiday day, basically. Like, that's what we see it. I think traditionally Boxing Day, the reason it's called Boxing Day is because that was the day that you actually handed out presents on. So, yeah. I'm not too sure. Any British people in the chat who want to correct me on this history, feel free. So yeah. And Little Mix, that is a British girl group. They're a British girl band. And apparently one of them's in a film.
Oh, right on.
Okay. There we go. So yeah, and it's apparently looks about the Yardie. Okay, maybe that's what it's called. The Yardie actor who also stars in the movie. Okay, no, so the Yardie's in the film. So yeah, it looks like it's something interesting. There we go. My goodness me, BBC on it again. Okay, West Side Story. Okay, Spielberg on casting the film from Latin. Again, I guess that's, don't know what that means. Latin what? Latin what, BBC?
Perspective,
So,
perhaps.
Right. Yeah. So, Steven Spielberg, the director of the new film adaptation of the musical West Side Story. And so, of course, when we got the news, I believe it was on Saturday. Okay, right. So, I'm guessing that is just a diversity article from the BBC. Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Rotten Tomatoes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the weekly ketchup's back on Rotten Tomatoes. Greg is alive. Yay. Okay, so Nicolas Cage will vamp it up as Universal's Count Dracula. I did hear about this. That he's going to be in
Renfield.
Renfield,
with,
that's it.
With Nicholas Hoult.
I'm curious about that. I'm
so I would not have thought of Nick Cage for Dracula, but who? You wouldn't be the first person I would pick, but it's Nick Cage, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who does?
It's not going to be boring.
Exactly that. I mean, you're always going to get an entertaining time with Mr. Cage, like, that's for sure. So, whether you're laughing with him or at him or cheering, it's a roller coaster of emotions with Nick Cage.
It's been his year, He's had three movies that have been decently reviewed come out.
Pig was one, wasn't it?
Pig.
Yeah. Which is actually a surprising film. That is. Well, I didn't know what I was getting with that film, and it wasn't what I was expecting. Like, but it's very, very good though. No. Very good film. What was the other one that he was in this year?
He had Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Oh, so I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that.
And the film that came out late last year, which was Color Out of Space.
I have seen that, the Color Out of Space, the H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. Yeah, that's really good as well. Good H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. Anyway, because Lovecraft isn't always best adapted.
No,
but yeah, that was a solid Lovecraft adaptation. That is Color Out of Space. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And he has a film next year where he's going to be playing himself. So,
yes, we saw that, didn't we? We have seen that. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, Nick Cage playing Nick Cage, but it's gonna be like probably one of those like hyper versions of himself, which would be fun. So yeah,
that's going to be Freud going, I give up.
Yeah. Right, so we have got a weekly catch-up. So we've got female first and a weekly catch-up that we can pick from this week then to go through to really, really have a look at the craziness with. So, okay, let's finish off the front page of Google then, shall we? So NBC News, Netflix greenlights movie about grandma's accidental Thanksgiving text to stranger. Huh? Do you know anything about that? Netflix on Friday confirmed to NBC News that it is developing.
He scooped me on this one.
Yeah, developing a feature film based on the story of Jamal Hinton and Wanda Dench called The Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm guessing this is like.
It's going to be a feel-good holiday story.
Yeah, that could be quite pleasant. We need some more feel-good stuff, don't we? We need more feel-good stuff.
We do.
Okay, then. Okay. Netflix doing some feel-good films, yeah, I still won't pay for Netflix, though.
Brandon.
I will not. As long as there's a film in their category, in their catalog, I will not pay for Netflix. So, right. Anyway, The Hollywood Reporter. Okay, so Drive My Car named Best Picture at an NY Film Critics Circle. Okay. So
Yeah, I've been following this movie for the last week. It's definitely been getting some awards buzz. It also won awards at the National Board of Review and also the Gotham Awards as well. So it's from Japan, and this might be one to keep our eye on. This is the favorite for foreign language film. So
so for like best foreign language film, then it might get the Oscars.
Yeah.
That okay, and it's Japanese as well. That's good to hear. Something coming out of Japan. Like, see, Japan's close to my heart because I am part Japanese. So like anything that comes out of Japan, because just Japan's such an interesting and small little place, like, you know, and it's getting smaller. The population is dwindling. It's I'm happy to see Japan getting some recognition in the Western like award ceremonies, like award seasons. Like, that's cool. Nice. Okay, well, we might have a look at that then. So, Hollywood Reporter. Okay, so next, okay, I'm just going to skip right past this one. So, Sky News are talking about what happened on the set of Rust again, and Desert News Omicron variant movie. What is about, and can you stream it? Is there an Omicron variant movie already? Oh my god! Right, Omicron, the anagram of moronic. So let's ignore that too. Right then, because I am talking about that shit. Okay, right. So right then, so Greg, I think, is going to save the day. So let's, because we didn't see him last week. Should we do some Rotten Tomatoes this week? Let's do it. Let's do it. See how Greg's feeling. I wonder, because, you know, old Greggles, how are you doing there? Am I going to be asked to do anything this week? Do I need to? No, because I kept it unblocked. There we go. That's sensible. Right. Okay. I'm not going to get prompted with things. Okay. Yeah. So this week, we will have a look at Rotten Tomatoes Weekly Catch-Up, which is normally a weekly roundup of movie news, which is normally compiled together by a lovely man called Greg Dean Schmitz over at Rotten Tomatoes. Last week, though, he didn't do it. So we were on a panic. Well, I was on a panic mode because it was like, shit, we haven't got anything to talk about. So luckily, we found Female First last week, didn't we? So they saved the day. So Greg is back this week. Maybe he just had a week off. I don't know. He had a holiday. Maybe if you did have a holiday, I hope you enjoyed your holiday, Greg. Okay, we're about to read your article. So, are you ready then, Stephen? Should we get into this weekly catch-up?
We are ready.
Right then. Oh, why do I keep dropping down that menu? We don't want to do that, right? Okay, here we go. So, weekly catch-up. Right, Nicolas Cage will vamp it up as Universal's Count Dracula and more movie news. Magic Mike gets a last dance. White Men Can't Jump gets a remake. What the shit? Okay, and new roles for Casey Affleck, Delroy Lindo, and David Malchian. There we go. I know, he's Polka Dot Man, isn't he? Yeah.
And was also Piter de Vries in Dune.
Yes, he was. Like, was he the one doing the? No, he wasn't doing the throat singing, was he?
Yeah, he was in that scene. Yeah.
Yeah. When those, yeah. Brilliant. Okay, yeah, okay. So Casey Affleck as well. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look. Hello, buddy. Have you come to steal the show? Yeah.
Remember what we planned, buddy. Now is the time. Get him while he's distracted.
No. I'm not allowing this. No. Don't care how many kisses you give me. I don't care. Right. Okay, you win. Jumbone. Okay, this will keep you distracted. Okay, you know what they say in film and stuff like that, like, don't work with kids and animals. I ain't lying. Take it. Go away. Right, so there we go. Right. He's cute though, isn't he? I guess he's cute. Yes. Right then. So let's roll. Let's roll. Here we go. Okay, so this week's catch-up brings you more headlines from the world of film development news, covering such titles as Blade, Furiosa, The Metal Men, and White Men Can't Jump. Right then. So, I love that picture of Nick Cage. That's actually from a Nick Cage vampire film, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So, obviously, our crazy man Nick Cage is the top story this week. So, Nicolas Cage to vamp it up as Universal's Count Dracula. Right then. Okay. Let's have a read. Okay, so in next year's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, so that's where Nick Cage is going to be playing himself. That's going to be due out on is it March? Was it April?
April.
22nd of April.
April 22nd.
Yep, next year. Okay. So Nicolas Cage will reportedly play a version of himself who is paid $1 million to reenact some of his most famous and over-the-top performances. There are plenty of fun roles for the film to address, and one that seems quite likely is the 1989 horror comedy Vampire's Kiss, which has his memorable gross-out scene. That, however, won't be the last time that Cage plays a vampire, as he has signed on to star in Universal Pictures' Renfield as Count Dracula himself. Director Chris McKay of the Lego Batman movie and The Tomorrow War. Nicholas Hoult is ready. That was a bit confusing. Okay, so anyway, Nicholas Hoult is already attached to star in Renfield as Dracula's creepy human associate, who also shares a nasty habit with Cage's Vampire's Kiss character. Awkwafina also joined the cast of Renfield this week. Oh, okay. She's in an unknown role, though. Okay. Coming off the recent release of Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Awkwafina will next be heard in the animated film The Bad Guys. Okay. That's due out the same date as the Nick Cage film, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Okay. And as the voice of Scuttle in Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. Okay. Which is due out in 2023 now. Okay. And okay. So, didn't really give us too much information there, did it? On what's happening there?
Well, Aquafina's casting is new. And
yeah, well, that's the new bit of news.
And they've named a director. So
yeah. So I mean, Lego Batman movie and The Tomorrow War, two good films. So yeah. Chris McKay. I think this is going to be a fun movie. Then definitely. I mean, I've got Awkwafina, and obviously Awkwafina, she's a comedy actress, isn't she? Like, you know, so Nicholas Holtz. He can do light-hearted, I guess, yeah. And obviously, if you're going to put Nicolas Cage as Count Dracula, then you're going for a bonkers movie, aren't you? Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, but yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, though. Anyway, I got to say, which is going to be the next Cage thing, isn't it? From the sounds of things. Just that whole idea of him being paid $1 million to reenact some of his most memorable movie scenes. So, yeah. Right then. Okay. Yep. Okay. There was nothing else massively in that article on that one. So let's move on to the other top headlines, shall we? Right then. Oh, hello. Okay, we've got a Spider-Man one at the top. Okay, so number one. Amy Pascal reveals new Spider-Man trilogy in the works. This is the college years, isn't it? Okay. One of the most anticipated films yet to be released in 2021 is the Marvel/Sony collaboration Spider-Man No Way Home, starring Tom Holland, Zendaya, Humperdinck Bandersnatch, and several of Spidey's former supervillains from movies not starring Tom Holland. Holland was recently quoted as saying Spider-Man No Way Home is like the end of a franchise. But this week, former Sony boss turned Spider-Man producer, Amy Pascal, told Fandango that they are definitely still planning new Spider-Man movies starring Tom Holland, saying, "We are getting ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel. We're thinking of this as 3 films, and now we're going to go onto the next 3. This is not the last of our MCU movies." A source at Sony Pictures then clarified to The Hollywood Reporter that there are no official plans for a trilogy at this phase. Right. Okay. Because I don't know if anybody else remembers the interview where you had Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige talking about Spider-Man her in an interview, and she started dropping stuff like about crossing universes and things like that. Like, and you could see the look on Kevin Feige's face. If he had a gun in his hand, he would have shot her.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, but so because the way they ended that then with the in brackets, a source at Sony Pictures then clarified to the Hollywood Reporter that there are no official plans for a trilogy at this phase. So I'm thinking it might be just be Amy Pascal blowing smoke out of a bumhole again, like just so that she can get people excited. Like still,
Oh, of course, it's a power play.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Because
this
I
is
know,
nothing new out of Amy. This is classic Amy Pascal right here.
Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it? It does feel like a bit of a classic move on her part, like just to open her gob and see and then see what happens.
I don't know if it's necessarily wise to announce a trilogy just now.
Especially when
the first weekend of Spider-Man, the upcoming MCU Spider-Man, is going to be huge.
Oh God, yeah,
it is. I mean, they're already selling out theaters, which is good. I mean, especially now.
Yes, definitely. I'm happy to hear that butts are going to be on seats for that movie, which is really good.
This is going to be the #1 movie of the year, box office wise, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As much
on
as
the other hand,
Ghostbusters Afterlife has been smashing it, this is going to blow it out of the water, I think. So.
But I mean, none of that is going to matter if the movie isn't good.
Yeah.
And I hope it is. I hope it is.
I hope it is too.
There are a number of ways it can go wrong, though. The runtime. The kind of the Whedon-esque dialogue that we've seen in the trailer.
Oh, the Scooby-Doo, this crap.
We don't know. So it's kind of up in the air for Spider-Man right now, and I'm hoping this is the movie where the MCU can right the ship.
I hope so, because Phase 4 has been really crap so far. As compared to the other phases, anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I say, I mean, Shang-Chi isn't a bad movie. It just wasn't a great Marvel film, and I was expecting more from it. Eternals, Eternals did exactly what I thought it was going to do, which was just be confusing and convoluted and boring. So again, I still haven't watched Loki, or even though I now know exactly what happens in it. WandaVision was probably the most interesting thing so far because of the messing with reality and everything like that. I thought that was very interesting. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was just literally made just so that they could pass the shield on to Falcon. That's all that was really. Just to establish him as the new Captain America. That's all that series felt like it was worthwhile of doing. Black Widow was a film that should have came out a long time ago. And that wasn't the best film. What else have we got? And Hawkeye at the moment, which I'm enjoying, but I'm enjoying the comedy side of it. Because Hawkeye is one of the characters I actually do like from the Avengers, as much as he is like the one that everybody doesn't give a crap about. I really like Hawkeye because I like archery. I've been watching it. The first 3 episodes have been pretty good so far. I mean, the 3rd episode is definitely the episode that gets you into the action, like sort of thing, because you actually get to see the Hawkeye and Kate doing their archery thing, like actually playing with bows and arrows and things like using trick arrows and stuff. That's episode 3 that all happens. Like so, it's worth picking up.
Yeah, my understanding of Hawkeye is that they are taking parts of the plot from a recent graphic novel, I think named Cherry, something like that.
Yes,
Cherry.
They're doing the it was Hawkeye Run, where pretty much most of the big character beats are being taken from that run. Like Hawkeye being deaf for one, like he has a hearing aid because of all of the the explosions and things and stuff like that he's had to deal with have damaged his hearing to the point of where he now needs a hearing aid. And without it, he can barely hear. That's in the comic. Lucky the pizza dog, he's in the comic book. He's actually in the show as well. The one-eyed dog, which is cool. There's Kate Bishop, the female Hawkeye. She's in that run as well. And even the villain of the sword villain. Oh, what's his bloody name? But yeah, he's in the show as well. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen. I mean, the last episode, the end of the last episode of Hawkeye, there was a massive Easter egg sort of moment for a really big villain that they could be bringing into the MCU now. Which, if they do,
yes,
that would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. And if there is who I think it is that they're going to and what they're going to do, yes, please. That's all I'm saying. Yes,
and
please do it, Marvel. Do it, because it'll make Hawkeye absolutely awesome. So
there is a certain yes.
So,
hello, Brandon, joining us
Brandon's here
in the chat.
Good morning, Brandon. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Have a great day. You too, man. You too.
Yes, you
Enjoy your day, good sir. Okay, sorry, Stephen. As you were saying,
and as I was saying, you may get your wish because a certain actor who will at this point in time remain nameless has been on Twitter talking up the Hawkeye series. So
has he? Have they? That's interesting.
So a certain fan theory may be correct.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I really do actually hope so, because just the way that they did it in the end of the last episode and how he shows up, it's in a flashback as well. And you don't see, obviously, they don't give a big character reveal. You just see part of a body and an arm and a hand. That's it. But you can tell that it's going to be, and it's like, oh, come on. I'm probably confusing people. If you're going to be tuning into this who haven't watched Hawkeye, and they're like, what the hell is he talking about? So go and watch Hawkeye, people. Go and watch Hawkeye, because it's getting really good, actually. And to be honest, the best car chase I've ever seen in the MCU is in Hawkeye. Let's put it that way. Because the whole car chase sequence in that.
Even better than Winter Soldier?
Oh, actually, okay. Well, yeah, actually, I would say better than Winter Soldier, because just as far as in terms of the car chase, because the car chase is pretty much the majority of the episode. Like, that's how long it is. It's like it's a proper car chase, and let's put it this way: there's something involving Pym Tech. I'll give you that. That's it. Yeah. So yeah. Check out Hawkeye, people. Check out Hawkeye. It's good. Like, if you can't get Disney Plus, sail the high seas and you'll find it there, I'm sure. Cool. Right.
As far as Phase 4 is concerned, this is the first thing that I got interested in. Where I'm genuinely curious about where this one goes. Yeah. So I've been trying to stay away from spoilers, even though I was on a live stream yesterday that had spoilers. But but yeah. Yeah, what I've seen so far looks good.
Yeah.
So,
RBG Studios. Hey, Ryan. So, yeah, Stephen, this is another fellow YouTuber here, by the name of Ryan, and he does vlogs, like daily vlogs about him and his family and stuff like that. And he's also a filmmaker as well. So,
right on.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Love Hawkeye as well. Yeah, man. I'm really enjoying it, dude. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I think I'm on board with you there, Stephen, with regards to this being the most anticipated thing for me, with regards to this phase as well. So, because obviously, just because of that connection of going to be going on to like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, like, which we don't know. We don't know what's happening there, because with regards to all those reshoots that they've been doing, like, so. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, hopefully the reshoots will fix problems and not create them.
Yes, fingers crossed on that. And yes, Ryan, you certainly have joined a good time. Yes, MCU talk. We're just running through what we're doing at the moment. Actually, I'll give you the concept. What we're doing, we're running through the weekly catch up on Rotten Tomatoes and going through their Greg Dean Schmidt's weekly roundup of the movie stuff. Yeah. We've got Keely Chow in the chat. Hello, Keely. How are we doing?
Hello, Keely.
What's going on is we're shooting the shit about the movie news over the week. Yep. Yes, can't wait for the Multiverse Madness as well. Hashtag what's that? Full Aussie raid. Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, we have
right.
we did start the show with a tribute today. Stephen did a tribute to JJ. This show is dedicated to the memory of JJ today, so we're having fun for JJ. There we go. We're having fun for JJ. Right then. Okay, so yeah, apparently the shoots are because shoots are because some of the scenes they couldn't get done during COVID. Oh, okay, the reshoots. Okay, right then. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
If that is the reason why they're doing reshoots, then I'm okay with that because that is a little bit more, reassuring. It's just that they couldn't film things, so they're having to do pickups rather than reshoots, But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So yeah, I agree. I hope so. Hopefully not because it's bad. Or do you disagree? I know. Yeah, we don't need creative differences at this stage, do we? Really? Let's be honest. Right. Okay. So, do you have anything more to say on that one, then, Stephen? Before we roll on to the next.
No, I think we've run that one into the ground. So
let's do it then. We've ground it into dust. Okay, let's move. Right then, that was only the first one, man. Jeez, I didn't realize that. Okay, so let's get on to the second one. Classic Disney animators molding DC Comics The Metal Men. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's have a read of this then, shall we? Okay, so one of the biggest differences between Marvel Comics and DC Comics in the movies is that Marvel has demonstrated a willingness to adapt dozens of their characters to the big screen, including some like Rocket Raccoon and Shang-Chi that were mostly unknown to the public. On the other side, Warner Bros. And DC have leaned heavily on a handful of their most famous superheroes like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Warner Brothers and DC had started to show a shift towards deeper dives with upcoming movies like Black Adam and Blue Beetle on HBO Max. And this week, we have another such example. Classic Disney animators Ron Clements and John Musker, who directing partners on The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Hercules, are partnering with the Warner Animation Group on an adaptation of the DC comic title, The Metal Men. First published in 1962, the Metal Men was a group of robots who are each made entirely of a unique metal, the properties of which their own bodies and personalities replicate. So iron is super strong, lead is very dense, mercury is like a liquid, etc., etc. So Ron Clements and John Musker are partnering on the Meal Men with Meal. Okay, are partnering on the Metal Men. I guess that was meant to be. Mr. T out there, mate. So the Meal Men. Okay, I'm going to steal that title and make my own film called The Meal Men now. All right, okay, so partnering on the Metal Men with screenwriter Celeste Ballard, who recently adapted the sequel Space Jam: A New Legacy, which has only got 25% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh dear. Okay, Metal Men. This is a bit obscure. This really is.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
So if anyone in the chat has any skinny on the Metal Men, please sound off.
Do you know what I may have to do here? I may have to grab the DC Encyclopedia. Let's do it. Hold on, buddy. Move. Right then. Because Metal Men. This is an obscure one to me. This is like
to the Google.
So let's get the DC Encyclopedia out, shall we? Right then. So the Metal Men. So yeah, I know. So we got another one here. Like Ryan, he's never heard of Metal Men either. Like, what's the dealio? What's the dealio here? Right then. So M for metal. All right, that's the Justice Society. We don't want that. Killer Croc. No, we don't want that. Let's go to LM. Here we go. LA. God damn it! There's so many characters. There you go, Metal Men. Okay. So, first appearance was in Showcase number 37 of April 1962. They're a hero team. Their base is Metropolis, so they're based in the same place as Superman. So there we go. That's something. Okay, so all Metal Men can morph into almost any form. Okay, so Gold, it says in here, brackets destroyed. So Gold has an analytic mind and leadership skills. Lead is good-natured and thick-headed, an effective shield against radiation. Iron is quiet and strong, a quiet and strong team player. Mercury is highly educated, can become liquid metal as well. Tin is insecure and the weakest of the metal men. Platinum, also called Tina, is a flirt once in love with Dr. Magnus. And then Magnus Viridium, constructed of an alien alloy, strongest of the metal men, capable of flight and energy absorption. Okay. So that's the team. Okay, so yeah, Dr. Magnus looks like. Well, there's a cool picture. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but that's the metal men there. See the random human dude in the plate in the suit. Yeah, that's Dr. Magnus apparently, and yeah, he apparently he's boinking a metal woman. So ain't that some shit? So okay, right. Well, there we go. That's the metal men. Yeah, DC Encyclopedia. Good book, very useful. All right. Okay. I also had the Marvel one over there as well. So, this is why I like to, make sure I'm not talking out of my butthole because I read a lot of comic books, but I'm not adverse in all of them because, like I say, Metal Man, that was a new one to me too. So, it's going to be an animated film. So, that means not a huge budget going to be going into it. So, it could be a profit earner for Warner Brothers and DC there, if it's good. But I'll be honest with you. The screenwriter, Celeste Ballard, who recently adapted the sequel for Space Jam: A New Legacy, let's be honest, Space Jam didn't have the best screenplay, did it? So, no. So that could go either way. I think it could be good. It could be shit. Who knows? Who knows? Toss the coin on that one, people. That's what I say. So, what have we got here? So, love the metal men and named after metals. That's awesome. Yeah, I know that is something that's pretty smart, about it, each one and how their personalities do play to the strengths of the metal, which is, I think that's quite interesting. Quite interesting. So yeah, that could be interesting, could not be interesting. So like I say, people, you're probably going to want to flip a coin on whether or not you want to go watch that one. So there we go. Right, let's roll. Anything else to add to that one, Steve?
Nope. No, this is a new one on me. I'm hearing of the Metal Men right now. So
there you go. So yeah, we've given a little bit of education. So if anybody wants to know who these metal men are, I just rolled through who they were. So there we go. That's something that people might be interested in. Right then.
And if not, there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
Exactly. So, DC is a hit or miss, and mostly miss. Yeah, they haven't been the best. They haven't been the best. And there's some good coming out of them though. I'm looking for the Black Adam and new Shazam film as well. Right then. So number 3. Oh God, Channing Tatum's stripper trilogy to conclude with Magic Mike's Last Dance. So this is going to be the 3rd in the Magic Mike films. Okie dokie. So produced on a budget of just $7 million and inspired by star Channing Tatum's own experiences in Tampa in the 1990s, the 2012 stripper drama Magic Mike was a surprise hit, earning over $113 million domestically, which led to the sequel Magic Mike XXL. Being released 3 years later, and Tatum and director Steven Soderbergh are reuniting for a 3rd film for HBO Max called Magic Mike's Last Dance, which, as the title suggests, will be the conclusion of what will effectively become a trilogy. It's not yet known if any of Tatum's co-stars like Matt Bomer, Joe Manganiello, Alex Pettyfer, and Matthew McConaughey, all right, will return for the 3rd film. For his part, Channing Tatum also took to his Twitter account to post an image of the first page of the Magic Mike's Last Dance screenplay by screenwriter Reed Carolyn, who also wrote the 2 previous Magic Mike films and co-wrote Channing Tatum's upcoming military drama, Dog, which is due out on the 18th of February next year. The next DC Comics adaptation from the Warner Animation Group will be next summer's DC League of Super Pets. Okay, that comes out on the 20th of May, featuring the voices of Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Kate McKinnon, and many others. Okay.
Yes.
Why did it add that at the end there? See, it's just at the end of that, it was like we're talking about Channing Tatum's things, and then it just went onto the DC Comics thing again.
Yeah, it's a little.
That feels like that should have been the end of.
That's odd.
The previous one. maybe Greg's having a bit of a bad week. Who knows? Who knows? Okay.
Right.
Oh, somebody has appeared.
Yes, we have Julie in the chat.
We have the beautiful, the wonderful, my gorgeous girlfriend, Julie. Hello, baby. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to ignore that last bit about DC Super Pets. Unless Channing Tatum is actually doing a voice of one of them. I don't know, actually. I don't think he is, though, is he? He could be. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So if you're a fan of Magic Mike, the Magic Mike films, which I know a lot of women out there are, and men as well. There are men out there. Let's not be prejudiced. So yeah, that's going to be a trilogy now. There you go. You can watch Channing Tatum shake his junk on the screen one last time. There we are. Okay. Right. I don't really have anything to add to that one. Do you?
I do not.
No. Let's move on. Right then. So number 4 on this week's weekly catch up. But sorry, Delroy Lindo joining Marashio. Oh god, this is I hate. Why do they have people have to have such complicated names these days? All right, Marashala Ali. Okay, in MCU Vampire Adventure Blade. No, is it how do you spell it?
Mahershala.
Mahershala. That's it. It's Mahershala. Mahershala. Can we abbreviate your name to Mer?
Well, he did. It was longer. He went under Mahershala Shabazz Ali at one point.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Okay, like talk about taking up the whole title. So anyway, right. So yeah, okay. So Delroy Lindo is going to be joining the cast of Blade. Okay. So it's been over a month now, so we can now spoil one of the closing credit scenes of Marvel's Eternals. Yeah, fuck it. Let's spoil Eternals. Who cares? All right, in which we first hear the voice of Blades. Yeah, Mahershala Ali's as Marvel's vampire hunter Blade, previously depicted on film by Wesley Snipes back in the 1990s and 2000s. Marvel Studios isn't expected to start filming their Blade reboot until the summer of 2022, but Marvel did recently cast the first of Mahershala's co-stars as prolific actor Delroy Lindo. The Five Bloods and Malcolm X has joined Blade in an unknown role. Okay, so we still don't know what the new Blade will be about, besides the obvious vampire hunting. And but we do know that it will be directed by Bassam Tariq, who did Mowgli. Okay, okay. I haven't seen that myself. So for a screenplay, from a screenplay, by Stacey Osei Kafour. Is that O'Shea or Osei? Oh God. Names complicated. Anyway, I say a TV story editor whose credits include Watchmen and Hunters. Oh, okay. So she worked on the Watchmen series. I haven't seen Hunters myself, but Watchmen series is all right actually. Okay, well, Delroy is a heavyweight, very good actor, like very, very good actor. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm wondering if he'll be like a Whistler-esque sort of character,
I could see that. Yeah.
Like sort of mentoring sort of thing, like maybe. That's what I'm thinking. So I look forward to Blade. Spoil Eternals, lol. It wasn't the best MCU movie, and honestly, I didn't think we needed it. Yeah, I agree there.
No.
I agree. It was just I hate to say it, but it just felt like an excuse for Disney execs to try and be as diverse as possible. Don't get me wrong. I like diversity in films when it's not forced. You know, when it's natural and it plays part of the narrative and the story and everything else like that. Like, whereas, yeah, okay, the Eternals, that you can do diversity with it, like, but they really tried to shove some stuff down your throat. It felt like, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to nap a few times. I agree about that. Boring. It was boring. All right. So Blade, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because Mahershala, he was in Luke Cage TV series on Netflix. He played one of the bad guys in that, and he's really good in that. And I, because I love Blade, the first Blade and the second Blade. Anyway, I really, really, really love those two films. Blade 3 is terrible, but I'll watch it anyway because Ryan Reynolds makes it funny, and also Jessica Biel as well in that one as well.
For sure,
she's badass in that movie. To be fair, she is.
Oh yeah, she is.
Well, we like diversity.
I have high hopes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have high hopes for Blade. I'd rather they did an R-rated version, but it is the MCU, so we're not likely to see it. But there's a lot that you could do with a PG-13.
This is very true. They seem to be pushing it to the limits a bit more now. I feel
yes. If they can push the PG-13, just push it, just have it teetering over the edge.
Because I'll go back to Hawkeye, the Hawkeye series. Because Hawkeye, obviously, if you don't know Hawkeye and you don't know the Marvel MCU and what's happening with it and stuff like that, right? So Hawkeye became Ronin after Infinity War when the snap happened. He became the Ronin and went around going and killing off all of the crime families that he could get his hands on. He just wanted to rid the world of crime, basically, and became a sword for hire. And the Hawkeye TV series obviously deals with the Ronin story as well, like the backlash of the Ronin and what he did as Ronin, anyway. And that suit, because obviously he was the costume is, anyway, so there's like black market deals and stuff going on about people trying to sell things and that they stole from the Avengers compound and whatever else. But I will say this because Hawkeye is rated like PG-13, the series is rated PG-13, but there was one episode, the last episode, where they introduced Echo, right, the character of Echo, and they showed you a flashback of when Ronin did something that is the reason why Echo is after Ronin. Anyway, I won't say it because I don't want to spoil it. And so basically in that flashback scene, you see the Ronin just working his way through like bad guys, and he is and there's blood splatters going up the windows and everything, because he's going through them with a sword. You know what I mean? So they didn't hold back, and I was so happy to see that on Disney Plus as well. There was blood spray and everything. It was that's pretty good. So yeah, they do feel like they're pushing the boundaries a bit more here now with the PG-13 thing.
Disney Plus does seem to be attempting to attract older audiences, having upping the violence quotient in Hawkeye, having F-bombs in the Beatles documentary.
Yes.
It's obvious that they're trying to bring in the adults.
Well, in the UK, we have Star as well with Disney Plus, because I have it with my Disney Plus subscription. They have this thing called Star as well, which is just another thing you can click on, and that is where they have all of the Fox property stuff. So it's got Die Hard films in there. You got the Aliens films in there. You got the Predator films and everything, and some really good horror movies and stuff like that as well. So in the UK, there is a good Disney Plus in the UK is actually worth the subscription cost because there is a lot on there. A hell of a lot. But I share my Disney Plus subscription with Julie, obviously, so we can watch things because we've been watching Hawkeye together. And I share it with Disney, share my Disney Plus subscription with her, but she can't actually access the stars over in America because of region locking. So it's like, oh yeah, we can watch this film and stuff, but she's like, I can't see it. I can't see stars. So it's just like, damn. So hopefully you guys will be getting that soon. Like, you know, hopefully Disney will release that in America, which I think is really weird why they haven't. But I don't know, it's probably something to do with deals and stuff with other streaming services. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I'd like to think, especially with something like Blade, because it involves vampires, and you know, he again another sword wielding Marvel hero. I really hope they don't nerf it too much, you know, if that makes sense. But
yeah, that's my chief fear.
Yeah,
You have an actor who is capable of playing Blade. It's obvious that they're trying to build a strong cast around him. Delroy Lindo is always a win.
Very
and
good
and very underrated too, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely, I agree there.
You know, I know with the Five Bloods, which I did not see, but he was very critically acclaimed for that movie. He's in a movie called The Cider House Rules that I think he's
Cider House Rules is a
excellent
great
in.
film,
and
it's a very art house film, that is.
Yes, and was just as Oscar worthy in that as Michael Caine was, I thought. But yeah, I mean,
he's in The Green Mile as well, isn't he? Isn't he in The Green Mile?
No, he was not in Green Mile.
No, not Green Mile. No. Sorry, I'm getting my films mixed up in my head here. No, yeah, because he's played a prison guard character before. I can't remember what the film is now. It wasn't The Green Mile. Because he's done a lot of like side character roles. Because he doesn't ever really seem to ever get like the main leading.
No, not
credits.
Usually. No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But again, as an actor, that's the kind of thing you want to do. Like, when you're an actor, like you want to get these side roles and stuff like that because that gives you some longevity. So,
yeah, I mean the only thing that really concerns me here is the screenwriter, because I did not see Watchmen, but I know more people disliked it than liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it. I
Yeah.
I took it for what I just took it as surface level, because I know there was some politics in there that people didn't really like, but I just took it as surface level stuff because Watchmen is very anarchic, like anyway, you know what I mean, because of like its writer Alan Moore,
Oh yeah.
It's
it is very much a political piece.
Yeah, it is very, I mean, politically charged.
But when you're writing something that is politically charged, and this is just my opinion here, folks.
This is opinions.
You gotta remember that you have to remember that story also comes first. It's like Paulie over at Latino Slant always says, make it universal.
Yeah, exactly.
Once it's out there, it's got to be for everybody, not just for a certain group that you're trying to impress.
Yeah,
and when you're dealing with politically charged content, which was always there with Watchmen, and because there's a real life incident that is depicted in Watchmen with the Tulsa massacre, which really did happen.
Yeah,
and if you're going to use a true life event, you got to be really careful. You got to handle that with care.
Yeah, you can't be too slapdash, and like you say, if you're dealing with real life, you have to depict it really, not like use it as an excuse to do things that you should, and get opinions out there and stuff like that. Like, right. But yeah, so I was quickly read Ryan's comment there. So Hawkeye is really good and killing it so far. Happy he's getting a deserving spin-off. Nice to see the Ronin story come back and haunt him. Yes, indeed.
While we have Ryan here in the chat, and he seems to be a fan of Hawkeye, I'm wondering if they could have done a Ronin movie
Well, there
to maybe
is.
set the Ronin, because if he's Ronin for like 3 minutes in Endgame,
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if it would have maybe
we're getting a
helped
bit
the
more in
show.
Hawkeye series in the form of flashbacks, like. But in the comics, Echo actually becomes the Ronin at one point.
Mhm.
So, and now they've just introduced Echo into this series, and they've already announced her own Disney Plus series. So we could see the Ronin continue with her. But I don't think we're going to get Jeremy Renner, apart from these flashbacks now, unfortunately. But what's Ryan? Oh, Ryan has chimed in. That could have been interesting to see his own spiral in a prequel. Yeah.
I mean, I would have been.
Actually,
I would have been down for that. Yeah.
Well, they did it with Black Widow. You know?
Yeah, but and I've said this on other streams that Black Widow was a movie that should have happened years ago and should have been the first meeting between Natasha and Clint.
Yeah, they should have shown us the Budapest thing. They should have totally should have shown us that.
That because they set it up twice.
And we not just set it up in one film, they continually set it up.
Set it up in multiple films where they're going back to this incident, this Budapest incident that they're constantly referring to. That was obviously a turning point in both of their lives. And we don't get that story. And it was again, missed opportunities.
What we did get as well, I got to say, in Black Widow was a fucking lackluster explanation of what happened with little visual to it, as well.
Yeah.
And it's it felt almost as letting down as the whole Nick Fury losing an eye thing.
Yeah. But, again, the less about Captain Marvel, the better. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. But,
yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you, Brie Larson. Sorry, anyway.
You get me started on what they could have done with Black Widow and Hawkeye. And
yeah. We could get into we could just do a whole show.
We could almost do a whole show just on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, definitely, Ryan, we agree. We wanted to see Budapest. Okay. Right. Okay, then. So let's roll on to the next then, because we're only on to number 5. So let's do it then. Let's do it. So yes, Blade. Looking forward to it, but still cautious. I think
cautiously optimistic on Blade.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no kidding. Haha. Less about Captain Marvel, the better. Nice, I love it. People. No. Right then, we're moving on to the roll on to the next one. So,
yes, this is an interesting bit of casting news. Yeah.
Rising star Tom Burke joins Mad Max prequel Furiosa. Okay. It was a little over a year ago we first heard confirmed casting for the Mad Max Fury Road prequel Furiosa, which is due out on the 27th of May 2024. Okay, quite a way away then. So, which at the time included Anya Taylor-Joy as the title character, Chris Hemsworth, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who plays Black Manta in Aquaman. Why don't they say Candyman? He's the Candyman in Candyman. So anyway, in the year since, the lingering COVID-19 pandemic has caused the filming of many projects to shift and be delayed. So, citing a scheduling conflict with a secret passion project that is not the sequel Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Warner Bros. And director George Miller have recast the role that would have been played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. The unspecified role will instead be played by English actor Tom Burke, whose highest profile role to date may have been as Orson Welles in last year's Monk. George Miller's next film for Furiosa is expected to be the mysterious epic 3,000 Years of Longing, starring Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba. I haven't heard about that. 3,000 Years of Longing. It's an epic. Okay, that could be quite interesting. Okay, so I haven't seen Mank either, I've got to say. So I can't comment on Tom Burke on his quality as far as acting, but he played Orson Welles, and that's a hell of a role to
Yes,
take
he
on as
did.
your first role.
Yeah. I did see Mank. I did think it was one of the better movies of its year.
Well, it's been certified fresh. It's 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. Then,
there's some back and forth as concerns the validity of certain things that are depicted in the film, because there's been this whole I don't know if I should say controversy necessarily as to exactly how much writing on the screenplay of Citizen Kane that Orson Welles did in comparison to Mankiewicz. Okay, so you've heard about this.
There's that whole like that is a I guess you could say that's controversy.
well, Mank depicts Mankiewicz as pretty much writing the whole thing from beginning to end, with Wells having very little to contribute to it. Because the way Mank is structured, you don't really see Orson Welles very much in the movie until towards the end.
Okay.
And because he uses John Houseman as a kind of a go-between between Mankiewicz and Welles.
But, okay.
It's an interesting movie. It's a little inside baseball. I think you kind of had to have seen Citizen Kane first to really understand the story, because it's very much structured like Citizen Kane was. And Citizen Kane, before seeing Mank, are probably not going to understand that. Why the movie is structured in the way that it is.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of the better movies I ever saw.
Okay. So it's a recommender. It's a recommendation. Oh no, we lost Stephen. Oh no. Okay. So it's like Stephen's internet might have dropped out there for a moment. So yes, he will be back. So yeah, anyway, okay. So Ryan, yep, I am very upset about Furiosa and not having Charlize Theron back. Yeah, I know. But again, if they're doing it, if they're doing it as a prequel film, then okay, yeah, it's fair enough. That is, I can understand why they wouldn't, but it would have been nice if they'd say, like, ended it with, like, they brought her back at the end. I thought it was technical difficulties, dude. Let me know if you need the link again. It should, the one I sent you in Twitter should still work, buddy. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if they bring her back. If they do bring her back anyway, that would be cool. So yeah, okay. So and as Stephen was saying there, Mank is a certified fresh film and does sound like a high recommendation. Stephen has returned. Welcome back, brother.
Live broadcast, folks.
Gotta love live TV.
I lost StreamYards for a moment, but we seem to be back now. Okay.
So that's both of us who have had internet problems today. Like, it's Gremlins. It is the season. The Gremlins are out. Right. Okay, right. All right. So yes, let's move on from this one then. So that's a recommendation for you on Mank, then, I guess, there, Stephen.
Very much so. Yes.
Okay. And yeah, this a Furiosa prequel to look forward to. So yeah, let's see what happens there. See what happens with
it's kind of a weird casting choice going between Yahya Abdul-Mateen to Tom Burke.
They are pretty at different ends of the scale, let's be honest.
Yeah, because you're kind of insinuating that, well, just anybody can come in and play the part.
Yeah, it's
which
like
kind
it
of
matter.
Yeah,
it's just fair enough, I guess, but also could be, like I say, could be a little bit concerning because it does like they haven't like settled on the character.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but Yaya, I mean, Yaya is a great actor. I've got to say, I'm looking
He
forward to seeing him
is.
in The Matrix
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because Candyman is a brilliant film. I really enjoyed Candyman. I thought it was really good.
And the movie that he's leaving for is, I understand, a movie that's very, very close to his heart. And they're being very hush-hush about it, but it's a movie that apparently he's been trying to get made for a couple of years. So we'll keep an eye out on
it's a
what
secret
Yahya
passion project.
Abdul-Mateen is going to be doing, because he seems to have something up his sleeve that could be special. So
so I mean,
All
he's
right.
definitely one to watch for upcoming, for definite for sure. Like, I mean, it's good to see him.
And of course, he's
now.
going to be back for Aquaman 2 as well. So
Yes,
yeah.
And have you seen the costume they've got for him? The Black Manta costume this time.
I have not.
Oh,
is it comic accurate?
So closer to the comic book. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Brilliant. It looks brilliant. That's what I mean. I'm looking forward to Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, because I enjoyed Aquaman, because like I thought it was a really fun film. But because it's a popcorn film, you know, it's one of those. It was a proper DC popcorn movie, like, you know what I mean. It's just like you didn't really have to pay too much attention. So
Dolph Lundgren on a seahorse, you know.
Yeah, dude. It's like, you know what I mean. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in theaters, and then Dolph Lundgren showing up, and I didn't know he was going to be in the movie. I'm like, holy shit!
He's returning the sequel. But like I say, the only thing that I'm don't, and James Wan, I like James Wan. He's a good director. Like, you know, he's got his good visionaries. Like, but yeah, the only thing I don't like, obviously, is Amber Turd. She can go and suck a bowl of razor blades for all I care. Like, because Anyway, justice for Johnny. That's all I'm saying. Let's not talk more about that. So yeah, okay. Things to look forward to there. And also, obviously, I'm going to go and have a look at what this, like, 3,000 Years of Longing film is that George Miller's got coming out next. So, yeah, because it's got Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba. So, two good actors there again.
Yeah, it's...
Right. Let's go on to number 6. Here we go. So, Polka Dot Man, David how do I say the last name again, Stephen?
Dasmalchian.
Dasmalchian. There we go. David Dasmalchian joins Boston Strangler. Okay. So,
all right.
Okay.
More Boston Strangler casting news here. For those of you in the chat who are maybe joining us for the first time, we've been following the Boston Strangler
it's been a few weeks now,
biopic for a number of weeks now. Started out with Keira Knightley being cast, and we're also getting Alessandro Nivola possibly playing Albert DeSalvo, and Carrie Coon from Ghostbusters is going to be in this as well. So
yeah, it's a
this is shaped
cast.
that it's a heavy cast. So okay, let's
have a look then. So what's David been cast as then? So here we go. After years of bubbling just under the surface, actor David Dasmalchian has had a pretty impressive 2021, the highlight of which was probably his memorable role as the Polka Dot Man in The Suicide Squad, and also included a key role in Dune. Dasmalchian and his agents appear to be continuing his streak of supporting roles in hot projects, as he is the latest actor to join 20th Century Studios' Boston Strangler, based on the true story of the investigations into the crimes of the notorious 1960s serial killer. Keira Knightley will have the lead role in the film as reporter Loretta McLaughlin. Although other Boston Strangler cast members will include Carrie Coon of Ghostbusters Afterlife, Alessandro Nivola from The Many Saints of Newark, and Chris Cooper from American Beauty. So yeah, okay. Not saying which role he's going to have, but he's going to be in it. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Again, I am curious as to how this is going to turn out, like, because, like you say, if you can land these kind of actors, you know, the script must be good.
It must be.
It must be
And
good.
remember Ridley Scott is also a producer on that film.
Yeah,
So
that's what I mean. So I mean, he wouldn't put his money into it if
he's throwing a lot of bank behind this. This is going to be an interesting movie. I'm curious.
I'm actually looking forward to this because I kind of like true crime stuff. I must admit, because like that's my mother's fault. That is, like, God rest her soul. It's like when I was younger, like when I was me and my mom used to do movie nights, like at Blockbuster. We used to go to Blockbuster Video, and she'd pick a film and I'd pick a film, and then we'd watch them on a Friday night. And like, so I managed to get my mum to watch like Aliens, Scream, Critters, you know, like all these sorts of things. Jason Goes to Hell, like sort of stuff like that, like, you know. And my mom used to like love like true crime dramas and like stuff like that, like. And I remember like one of the first like ones that she rented when we started doing the movie night thing when I was a kid was Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, which stars Michael Rooker. That is a fucking brutal film. That is like, it's like, but really, really good. So I kind of grew a love for like true crime drama and stuff like that from there, like, and like, you know, serial killer stuff. And I like horror films like Scream and stuff like that, which is all like, you know, slashers and slasher villains and things like that. Like, because I've always wanted to play a slasher. Like, if ever I do get the opportunity to, in like, because you know, I do indie film acting. Like, so if I ever get the opportunity to be a bad guy, I always take that role. It's like, yeah, because you get to have fun, man. You get to have fun. Okay, so David Dasmalkian has had a fantastic 2021. So looking forward to a great 2022 with him then as well.
Yeah.
Yes. And he does deserve it because, like I say, in Ant-Man, like, he was one of the funniest parts in Ant-Man as well. His character.
He's a good actor, and he's a comic book artist as well. So
is he? I did not know that.
There was a comic book series. I believe Count Crowley was the title of it.
Oh wow!
That he was involved very heavily with that. So,
well, I know he's a big comic book fan. I knew that because obviously when he did the Suicide Squad, he was like absolutely like elated that he was Polka Dot Man.
Yeah. I know he was very careful about getting that character right, even though it's even though it's an obscure character.
He was one of the most I like in the Suicide, because I really enjoyed the Suicide Squad.
So did I. Yeah.
His character though, his story was such, you really felt for him. You know, I did, especially like the whole like trauma from his childhood and stuff like that, like, and like the psychological stuff. You really do feel for his character. You know,
you do.
As much as that film is like a madness, like, it's there's a lot of heart to it. That's why I really enjoyed the Suicide Squad, like, you know. I'm looking forward to the Peacemaker series that's coming to HBO Max with John Cena. The trailers for that look great. Like, it looks funny. It looks like it's going to be really good. And James Gunn has done that as well. Like, so yeah. Okay, cool. Right, there we go. David S. Malkian. Brilliant. Boston Strangler. We will be doing more, I'm sure, on this in the coming weeks. Okay, so next, number 7. Casey Affleck boards Slingshot to Saturn's moon Titan. Okay. Okay, let's have a read of this then. So, Saturn's moon Titan is the focus of a newly announced science fiction drama called Slingshot, which will feature the talents of actors Casey Affleck, Emily Beecham, and Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, okay. Slingshot will be set in the future during a trip from Earth to Saturn's moon Titan, in which an astronaut, played by Affleck, struggles to maintain a grip on his own sanity. Oh. Slingshot is currently being directed by Sweden's Mikael Hafström. I think that. Michaela, is that Michaela? Or Michael
Hafström.
Yeah. Okay. From a screenplay co-written by Nathan Parker, whose Moon's a brilliant film. Also revolved around an astronaut questioning reality. I love Moon. Moon's a great film with what's his name, Sam Rockwell.
Mhm.
Absolutely great film that is. If you haven't seen it, recommend. It's proper indie, like, you know, sci-fi, but very well done with the budget they had and things that how they did. They pulled it off, they really pulled off some amazing stuff using like miniatures and things like that. Like, and yeah, and the story itself about I don't want to say anything about the story because if you haven't seen Moon, it's very twisty. Like, let's put it that way. So yeah, highly recommend that. Highly recommend. So that sounds good.
And great
Okay.
cast. I mean, obviously, Lawrence Fishburne needs no introduction.
Of course.
And Emily Beecham, of course, the widow from Into the Badlands. So
Yes, yeah.
I'm a big fan of her. She was great in that show. So
And
yeah, this is
Casey Affleck is like, you know, I think he's a stronger actor than his brother.
yeah,
Ben.
yeah.
You know,
That
I mean, Ben Affleck's a great actor,
it's
don't
not
get me wrong,
wrong.
but I think Casey's got like a bit more gravitas to him.
It's got a bit more range to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's not as wooden, let's put it that way. But yeah, I'm really curious about this because, you know, I'm guessing you are too, like, because you're like me, you're a sci-fi fan, aren't you? Like, you know, but
Oh yes, very much so.
and just because it's like the screenplay, like by Nathan Parker. I mean, because I love Moon. I think Moon is a brilliant film. Like, and it's about an astronaut trying to get a grip on his own sanity. This could be so good. I can imagine it's going to be really a bit of a head fuck. But yeah, okay. One to watch, I guess.
One to watch.
So Slingshot. I wonder when we'll get a trailer for that. Okay. Yeah. So right then, there we go. Slingshot. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? You got anything else to say on that? Sorry, Ben. Ben. Stephen.
Yes, and I will be playing Ben Affleck.
Yes, of course.
Well, I don't know anything about it past the article here, but yeah, we'll keep our eye on this one, and we'll add it to the ones to watch list that we seem to have going on lately.
I know, yeah.
Up there with the Boston Strangler and Violent Night.
Those projects. Okay.
All right.
Right then. Okay. So we're ready to move on then? Because I've
Moving
just
on.
seen the title of the next one. Okay, number 8. Basketball comedy White Men Can't Jump remake in play. God damn it, Hollywood. Why? Okay. Because again, this is a classic film. Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes, White Men Can't Jump. It's, yeah. Okay. Right, let's see what they say. Hollywood has spent much of the last 20 years remaking or rebooting big chunks of 1980s cinema, but the decade appears to be slowly giving way to the 90s. New Line Cinema recently wrapped filming of the remake of the 1990 comedy House Party. Okay. And now I didn't even realize they were remaking that. Oh, damn. Okay. And now that film's director is attached to another 1990s comedy remake. The mononymous director Calmatic, has been signed by 20th Century Studios to direct their reboot of the 1992 basketball comedy White Men Can't Jump. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson starred in the original as two competing basketball street hustlers, which will likely be the same premise in this reboot. And it's not yet known if they will co-star or in cameo roles in the reboot. Okay. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
If they wanted to do something where they brought Woody and Wesley back as their characters and maybe like have them in the background, either commenting on or being in a mentor role kind of a thing, I could see maybe that may be working. There's kind of like a passing of the torch kind of a thing, but otherwise, I don't see the point of remaking this, or for that matter, remaking House Party.
I know. That's the first I've heard about them remaking House Party, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Why?
Again, Hollywood, you have people out, you have screenwriters out there who have a voice
Yep.
and have, you know, and have the diversity you keep saying that you're looking for. That, you know,
Mm-hmm. This is just
this is
again
just looking
another
like this looks like a cash grab.
pointless cash grab. Yeah, exactly that. Pointless cash grab. And the director's called Calmatic. I don't have a clue who the fuck they are, but okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Right. Yep. Not looking forward to that. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, that's it. That was the last thing. Right. Okay. So what a bombshell to end on. Thank you, Greg Dean Schmidt. So out of these, so that was actually quite a good little roundup this week, to be fair. I mean, Casey Affleck for this Slingshot film, which is, buddy, can you get off, please? Slingshot film, which is sounds quite interesting. Obviously, more on the Boston Strangler. That cast is filling out quite nicely, like really, really nicely. What else we got here? The Furiosa.
It's a prequel.
Mad Max
New
film.
casting news here.
Yeah, that was interesting and quite the shift in casting there as well. Some more about Blade. Yeah, Blade casting. Delroy Lindo joining Blade. Could be interesting. Magic Mike as well, if anybody's interested there. Magic Mike is now going to be a trilogy. There we go. We're getting a new DC cartoon in the form of The Metal Men, which has one woman as well, who apparently is having sex with this human character right there. Anyway, and then we've got more news on the Tom Holland doing another trilogy, but from the sounds of it, that could just be Amy Pascal blowing smoke out of her butthole and seeing what happens, because nothing's been confirmed and nothing's official or set in stone apparently. So, okay, there we go. There we go. That's it. That's that. How good? So, yeah. So, what's your final thoughts on that roundup this week, then, Stephen?
Well, I think the major news of the week there is the casting news on Boston Strangler. This is shaping up to be a pretty interesting movie here with David Dastmalchian joining the cast.
Yeah. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing more from David as well, because he's like he seems to be on a roll at the moment, like that guy. So I'm very curious.
Right.
About that.
We have the Japanese film Drive My Car, which seems to be an early awards favorite. So we're going to keep an eye out on that movie for hopefully an American and a UK release, because I got the feeling we're going to be hearing a lot more about that.
Yeah, I think in the next couple of weeks we're going to be seeing a lot more of the award stuff starting to appear. Obviously,
because
January.
we are now in award season, folks. We've
indeed
already had the Gotham Awards, National Board of Review, and the New York Film Critics, who have already sounded off.
Yeah, so, that was the most recent one, wasn't it? So it's December. Interesting month. Always interesting month. That is the festive month, and there is always some big film drops and lots of obviously award ceremony things and some announcements for like the following year for castings and things like that. So very interesting. So we've got the new Spider-Man film coming out this month. So that's not next week, the week after. And then what else have we got coming out this month? Matrix. What else have we got coming out this month? I guess the two biggest
this month we also have Paul Thomas Anderson's latest film, Licorice Pizza, getting ready to come out as well, starring the son of the late Philip Seymour Hoffman. So, yes,
and that's Wes Anderson, was it?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson, sorry. Okay. Okay, and then like I said, West Side Story. That was the other one. That's going to be a big musical from Steven Spielberg, obviously. What else have we got? I think that's really it for the big films and stuff, really, this month. So there is a few to look forward to. I mean, obviously, I think Spider-Man's going to be the one that's going to break the box office. Obviously, Matrix is on HBO Max, so that's definitely not going to break the box office. But yeah, okay. So it was a good week of news there, and yeah, like I say, we've got some new things to follow. Like I say, that Slingshot movie is definitely something I'm curious about now. And like I say, the that Japanese film as well. I'm going to be looking into that now as well. Yeah, cool. That's it. So yeah, okay then. I think that's it then for this week. Right. Yeah. Like I say, regards to myself this week, I will be doing the everyday until Christmas Day and Christmas Day. Got a dad joke for you all, so tune in for that. Stephen, what you got going on?
All right. My friends over at Bad Movie Night are working on their own feature-length independent film entitled
yes,
Transient.
been following along with.
And they are currently, they have a Indiegogo page, maketransient.com. So go over there and show your support for the film, support their channel. They have a number of behind-the-scenes videos about the film, the chronicling the creation of Transient. So go over there and show them some love, because independent film is going to be where it's at.
Yes, definitely. This is it. If we want to see the stories get told that we want, and the fun films and the fun concepts, and we don't want the shit forced down our throat that Hollywood tries to force down our throats. We have to support independent movie making. So people, yes, please do get behind this film, because it does sound like it's going to be a cracker. If we can get them to get it made and get the funding that they need.
We gotta get them across the finish line. And the last time I checked, they were more than half past their goal.
That's really good news.
But I'd like to see them make it over the finish line with a couple of touchdowns. So I'm mixing my metaphors there. But
definitely, if we can get them to surpass their goal, that's like the more budget you can get for your film, the better. So indeed. Yeah. Definitely. We'll get some links sorted out and stuff for that for next week. I think, like, if they're still got it running and stuff. So yeah. But otherwise, yeah, head over to what was it again?
That is maketransient.com, and that will lead you to their Indiegogo page, and that will tell you everything that you need to know. It's a science fiction film about a man trying to return to a point in his life where everything went wrong for him. So it's gonna be very much in the vein of Inception, and it's got a lot of heart to it. It's got a very sincere love story at the heart of it, and it's going to be really special. So let's
sounds good then.
Let's help them get that made.
Yes, definitely, most definitely. Cool. Right. Well, I'm going to say thank you to the people in the chat who were in the chat today. So thank you, Tom Connors of Midnight's Edge, for joining us briefly in the chat.
Yes, thank you,
Thank
Tom.
you very, very much. Brandon, the anime guy. Good to see Brandon. Yep. Ryan of RBG Studio Vlogs. Definitely check out that channel. Thank you very much for joining us, Ryan. Keely Chow, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you very much for chiming in. My beautiful girlfriend Julie as well. Thank you very much for joining us briefly there, Julie. Love you, darling. And that was it. That was it for people who jumped in on the chat. So yeah, thank you very much, people. Like I say, definitely head over to Stephen's social medias as well. Follow at Deleted Scenes on Twitter. And where else? What are you going to be doing? Any other shows? You're going to be doing karaoke again this week at all?
Yes, I'm going to be on Rambling Canucks channel for karaoke Saturday night. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. I was on the panel yesterday with the Pulp Culture Minefield for their TGIF program, where we talked to the gang over at Heavy Spoilers. So go back and watch the replay for that.
On that.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be around in the chat with the Midnight's Edge, Latino Slant, Jedi Bill, and many more.
That's it. So here, head over to all those excellent channels as well, like Paulie at Latino Slant. Say hi from Bud Boy Productions, and also the Midnight's Edge crew. Say hi to them as well, because they're always good for sources and things like that, and they always have some very, very interesting guests too, Paulie and the Midnight's Edge lot. So yeah, like I say, yep, it's the festive season, so there is just going to be festivities and things like that going on. Hopefully some film reviews from myself, and definitely, like I say, ridiculous dad jokes.
Indeed.
Coolio. Right then, so yeah, I think that's it then. I think we should say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right then. Yes. Okay. Right
Yeah.
then. Peace, love, and happiness, people. I will do the. Let's do something.
Nice.
Okay. And just because it's new, right? I'm going to play this before I sign us off. You ready?
Peppy, what the fuck are you doing?
So yeah. Anyway. Thank you very much, people. We will speak to you next Saturday. We will be back, same time, same place, for some more entertainment news roundup and shooting the shit. Okay, then. Bye, everybody.